Hello students, in today's lecture we will discuss how to solve problems based on lime soda process. You all know that in hard water calcium and magnesium ions are present. This we have discussed in the earlier lecture, and there are some processes which we need to adopt to remove this calcium and magnesium ion from the water so that it can be converted into soft water. Very important process for removal of hardness is lime soda process, and it is generally employed in the industries. So today we will discuss how to calculate lime and soda requirement for a given water sample. These problems are actually given with the water analysis data. So many quantities are given into the question, and we will discuss an example in the next video. So many quantities of hardness causing substances is given in the numerical problem, and you are asked to calculate the amount of lime and amount of soda required to remove the hardness of water. So what are the important steps? First I want to brief you what is lime soda process. In this process, calculated amount of lime, that is calcium hydroxide, and calculated amount of soda, that is sodium carbonate, is added to the water. And what happens? This lime and soda actually precipitates all the hardness causing substances. So what are the different steps which are involved? So first of all, what you have to do, you have to convert all the impurities consuming lime and soda. You need to convert them in calcium carbonate equivalents. How to convert any quantity into calcium carbonate equivalent, we have discussed in the earlier lecture, so please refer to that. So first step is, this is the very first step, you need to convert all the impurities into calcium carbonate equivalent. But keep remember this thing, that the impurity must be consuming lime and soda. What are the impurities consuming lime and soda? We will discuss after a minute. So all the impurities which are reacting with lime and soda are converted in the calcium carbonate equivalent. The next step is, there are certain impurities given in the numerical, they may be present in water, but they are not interacting with lime or soda. So we need to ignore them. You can ignore the impurities like NaCl, KCl, silica, Fe2O3, Na2SO4. You can ignore them because they don't interact with lime and soda. This is the second step. In the third step, you must remember that calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate, they should be considered temporary hardness and they should be taken for lime calculations only. It means that they are not consuming soda. Later we will see that in the formula, even the formula for soda calculation, these quantities are not included. So calcium carbonate and magnesium carbonate, they will be considered only for the lime calculations and you will ignore them for the soda calculation. The fourth step will be for NaHCO3 and KHCO3, that is sodium bicarbonate and potassium bicarbonate, the CaCO3 equivalent per liter. You will convert them in the calcium carbonate equivalent if they are given in the numerical, and you will subtract them from the soda. Why is it so? What is soda? Soda is sodium carbonate. So when such impurities are present in water, they will impart the carbonate ion in the water, and therefore we will subtract their quantity from the soda required. Next step will be, if NaAlO2 is present, sodium aluminate is present. So the calcium carbonate equivalents converted will be subtracted from the lime. Why is it so? We will see in next minute when we will discuss the chemical reactions. This sodium aluminate is actually generating hydroxide ions, and therefore we need to subtract it from the lime calculation. The last step is, if AlCl3, aluminium chloride is present as impurity and aluminium sulfate is present in impurity. Then we will convert them into the calcium carbonate equivalent and we will add them in the lime and soda requirement. Why is it so? Let us see the chemical reactions involved. What are the chemical reactions taking place in lime and soda process? So lime is calcium hydroxide and soda is sodium carbonate. Here L indicates the lime requirement and S indicates the soda requirement. So here you can see that the cations are actually exchanging their anions. So you may feel that these reactions are really complex, but actually the only thing that is happening here is exchange of anions. जो negative ions है ये आपस में exchange हो रहे हैं, बस और कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. तो ये जो यहाँ पे आप लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में देख रहे हो, दिस इज़ व्हाट, दिस इज़ द इम्प्योरिटी प्रेजेंट इन वाटर and this will interact with either lime or soda. So here you can see if calcium bicarbonate is present in water, it will consume 1 mole of lime. उससे होगा क्या? The calcium will be removed from water by forming calcium carbonate and it will be precipitated. Similarly, if magnesium bicarbonate is present, it will consume 2 mole of lime and कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट के फॉर्म में ये रिमूव होके मैग्नीशियम हाइड्रोक्साइड बनाता है. इट इज़ ऑल्सो प्रेसिपिटेटेड. सो यू कैन सी कैल्शियम बाइकार्बोनेट रिक्वायर L and magnesium bicarbonate require 2L. These all quantities can be actually converted into a formula we will discuss in the next lecture. Let us see all these chemical reactions. If Mg2+ is present, it will react with lime and magnesium hydroxide will be precipitated, and this कैल्शियम वी नीड टू इंटरेक्ट विद द सोडा. कैल्शियम सोडा से रिएक्ट करके कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट बनाता है और प्रेसिपिटेट होके रिमूव हो जाता है. तो एक्चुअली वेन एवर मैग्नीशियम इज प्रेजेंट इन द वाटर, द लाइम एंड सोडा विल बी L+S. 1 mole of magnesium will require L+S, 1 mole of lime and 1 mole of soda to remove completely. Similarly, in case of MgCl2, you can see first calcium chloride is formed. In the next step, calcium chloride is removed by interaction with soda. So whenever MgCl2 is present, it will be included for lime calculation and soda calculation both. ये दोनों ही जगह पर काउंट हो जाएगा. जो आप फॉर्मूला देखेंगे हम इसके बाद वाले लेक्चर में, तो मैग्नीशियम क्लोराइड अगर पानी में है तो ये लाइम के कैलकुलेशन में भी जाता है और सोडा के कैलकुलेशन में भी जाता है, क्योंकि एक स्टेप में ये रिमूव नहीं हो रहा है. ये कैल्शियम क्लोराइड को जनरेट करता है जो कि अगले स्टेप में सोडा से रिएक्शन करके रिमूव होता है. सिमिलर इज़ द केस विथ MgSO4, मैग्नीशियम सल्फेट. कैल्शियम सल्फेट बनाता है और फिर कैल्शियम सल्फेट क्या करता है, सोडा के साथ रिएक्शन करके रिमूव होता है. तो मैग्नीशियम सल्फेट जो है, इट इज़ ऑलवेज इंक्लूडेड इन बोथ लाइम एंड सोडा कैलकुलेशन, बट इफ़ कैल्शियम सल्फेट इज़ प्रेजेंट, इट विल बी इंक्लूडेड ओनली फॉर द सोडा कैलकुलेशन. तो जब आप इसका फॉर्मूला देखेंगे, लाइम कैलकुलेशन में परमानेंट कैल्शियम हार्डनेस को इंक्लूड नहीं किया है, क्योंकि परमानेंट कैल्शियम हार्डनेस जो कि कैल्शियम सल्फेट हो सकता है, कैल्शियम क्लोराइड हो सकता है, ये लाइम से कोई इंट्रैक्शन नहीं करता बल्कि ये सोडा से इंट्रैक्शन करता है. अब आप ये देखने के बाद में समझ रहे होंगे कि यहाँ पे सिंपली क्या हो रहा है, ये जो एनायंस हैं इनका एक्सचेंज हो रहा है बस. और जब आप इस रिएक्शन को बैलेंस कर देते हैं, यू विल गेट द अमाउंट ऑफ सोडा और अमाउंट ऑफ लाइम रिक्वायर्ड. सो एक्चुअली दीज रिएक्शंस आर वेरी ईजी. Again you can see in case of sodium bicarbonate, if it is present, what is happening here, if sodium bicarbonate is present, जो हमने इससे पहले देखा था कि उसको आप क्या करते हो, सोडा में से सब्सट्रैक्ट करते हो. तो जब ये लाइम से रिएक्शन करता है तो इट जनरेट्स 1 मोल ऑफ सोडा. तो जब भी ये प्रेजेंट होगा, इसके कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट इक्विवेलेंट को हम सोडा के रिक्वायरमेंट में से माइनस कर देते हैं. तो यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हैं +L and -S. इट विल कंज्यूम 1 मोल ऑफ लाइम, but it will be subtracted from the soda requirement. Similarly, in case of calcium ion, it will consume only soda. All the calcium ion will be removed by interaction with soda, Na2CO3, by the formation of calcium carbonate. It will be precipitated and they will require 1 mole of soda. So the permanent calcium hardness is included in the soda calculation. Here you can see the removal of gases. Lime soda process is also very beneficial because it removes the dissolved gases from the water like carbon dioxide, which is further responsible for corroding the industrial equipments if it is present in the water. So what happens, this carbon dioxide reacts with lime and calcium carbonate is formed, which is precipitated. So in this manner CO2 is removed, consuming 1 mole of lime. Then you can see if traces of acid is present. अगर पानी में थोड़ा सा भी एसिड प्रेजेंट है एज इम्प्योरिटी तो क्या होगा, दिस H प्लस विल इंटरेक्ट विथ लाइम. ये एसिड है, ये बेस है, इंट्रैक्शन करेगा और क्या होगा, वाटर बन जाएगा. And in this manner it will be removed. So whenever acid is present, it will be requiring 1 lime and 1 soda. It means when you will calculate lime, the acid will be included, and when you will calculate soda, this acid will be included, because 1 mole of acid is requiring both lime and soda. जैसे कि आप यहाँ देख रहे हो 2HCl एक लाइम को कंज्यूम करता है तो कैल्शियम क्लोराइड बन गया. अब इस कैल्शियम क्लोराइड को निकालने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा, इसे सोडा से रिएक्शन कराना पड़ेगा, जो आप यहाँ पे देख रहे हो. इस कैल्शियम क्लोराइड के लिए आपको सोडा से रिएक्शन करा के इसे प्रेसिपिटेट कराना पड़ेगा. मतलब 1 मोल ऑफ HCl रिक्वायर 1 मोल ऑफ लाइम 1 मोल ऑफ सोडा. सिमिलरली 1 मोल ऑफ H2SO4 रिक्वायर 1 मोल ऑफ लाइम 1 मोल ऑफ सोडा. And what about the other impurities? Sometimes ferrous sulfate is present. So ferrous sulfate consume 1 mole of lime and it is converted into ferrous hydroxide, which is actually oxidized in due course of time and get precipitated in the form of ferric hydroxide. So it is consuming 1 mole of lime and 1 mole of soda. Why? Because calcium sulfate is generated here, which can be removed only by interaction of 1 mole of soda. Similarly, if aluminium sulfate is present, it will interact with 3 moles of calcium hydroxide and it will form the aluminium hydroxide, and it will be removed from the water, and 3 moles of calcium sulfate will be generated and they will consume 3 moles of sodium carbonate. In case of sodium aluminate, which I told you earlier in the beginning of this lecture, that when it is present in water, it is what? It is type of coagulant. So when it reacts with water, it forms precipitate, gelatinous precipitate of aluminium hydroxide, and there is generation of NaOH. So this NaOH is basically what? It is providing hydroxide ion. That is why I told you earlier that for NaAlO2, the calcium carbonate equivalent should be subtracted from lime, because this is generating what? Hydroxide ions, and therefore it will be subtracted from the lime requirement. So thank you students. In the next lecture I will solve a problem on lime soda process, and this will make you very clear regarding this calculation. So thank you so much.